Life in Norway, the wealthiest Scandinavian country of stunning women. Norway documentary vlog. When you think of Norway, what comes to mind? Towering fjords that slice the earth like ancient battle scars? The green-blue glow of the northern lights dancing across the Arctic sky? Maybe a burly Viking wielding an axe in a snowy wilderness? Or perhaps just a quiet, modern utopia where people ski to work and never seem to worry? But Norway isn't just a postcard of dramatic landscapes and Viking myths. It's a living, breathing blend of past and future. While the echoes of Norse warriors and sagas still whisper in the wind, the country has transformed into a modern sanctuary of sustainability and innovation. Here, cities balance sleek Scandinavian design with a commitment to green energy, clean streets, and a deep connection to the environment. In urban centers, life moves gracefully between tradition and progress. People glide silently on skis through snow-dusted streets, embracing winter as a season of adventure, not hardship. Public transport hums efficiently, ferrying locals through cozy neighborhoods and bustling hubs that pulse with culture and creativity. Beyond the cities lie sprawling wilds, pristine forests, shimmering lakes, and rugged mountains that call out to hikers, kayakers, and nature lovers alike. Whether you're chasing adrenaline on a frozen trail or seeking peaceful solitude beneath towering pines, Norway offers a playground for every kind of soul. More than a land of breathtaking views, Norway invites you into a lifestyle where harmony with nature and community spirit are woven into daily life. It's a place where ancient stories meet future dreams, a Nordic paradise that's as inspiring as it is beautiful. Whatever vision Norway conjures, one thing's for sure, it looks straight out of a fantasy novel. But here's the twist. Behind the breathtaking views and glossy travel brochures is a country full of contradictions, quirks, and quiet revolutions. So what's life really like in Norway? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. A land shaped by giants, geography and population. Norway doesn't do anything halfway, especially when it comes to nature. This long, narrow slice of Scandinavia is home to some of the most jaw-dropping scenery you'll ever lay eyes on. With a mind-blowing 63,000 miles of coastline, thanks to a maze of rugged fjords, jagged peninsulas, and over 50,000 islands, Norway's landscape feels like it was sculpted by ancient Norse gods with a flair for the dramatic. Although it's the sixth largest country in Europe by land, Norway's population is surprisingly small, just around 5.4 million people. That means vast stretches of land remain untouched and wild. In many areas, you're more likely to spot a herd of reindeer than a human. Towering mountains, deep blue lakes, and massive glaciers dominate the terrain, creating a backdrop that feels almost otherworldly. The country's iconic fjords, steep, glacially carved inlets that slice into the land like nature's masterpieces, are magnets for travelers from across the globe. Among the most famous are Geirangerfjord and Narrowifjord, both of which have earned a spot on UNESCO's World Heritage List. These natural wonders aren't just scenic, they're legendary, offering a glimpse into Earth's ancient past and Norway's enduring bond with the raw power of nature. Chapter 2. The people behind the postcard. Nature may steal the spotlight, but it's the Norwegian people who give the country its soul. What sets them apart? For starters, Norway consistently ranks among the world's happiest nations, and not just because they've got epic views. The country runs on a finely tuned social democracy that prioritizes equality, community, and quality of life. Think tuition-free university education, even for international students. Universal health care that won't bankrupt you. Parental leave that actually lets both parents bond with their babies. All of this is powered by a robust welfare system funded through relatively high taxes. Taxes Norwegians actually don't mind paying because they see the results. It's not just a system, it's a mindset. Norwegians live by something called janteloven, or the law of Janti, an unspoken rulebook that says, don't think you're better than anyone else. It may sound limiting, but it creates a culture where humility thrives and no one's left behind. Chapter 3. Work hard, live even better. In Norway, hustle culture takes a back seat. The average workweek is just 37.5 hours, and staying late at the office isn't a badge of honor, it's actually discouraged. By 4 p.m., most offices are empty as people head home to spend quality time with their families or recharge in nature. Here, work-life balance isn't just a trendy catchphrase, it's built into the national mindset. When the workday ends, Norwegians tap into something deeper, kos, pronounced kush. It's the art of cozy contentment, the Norwegian version of Denmark's famous hygge. Think slow mornings with coffee, evenings by the fire with family, or just a quiet moment watching snowfall outside your window. Kos is about being present, feeling good, and not rushing through life. It's a vibe, and it's sacred. Family values run deep too, especially when it comes to parenting. Norway offers one of the world's most generous parental leave policies. New parents can take up to 49 weeks off at full pay or 59 weeks at 80% pay, and this isn't just for moms. Fathers are required to take a chunk of that time off as well, reinforcing gender equality from day one. In Norway, balance isn't a goal. It's the standard. Chapter 4. The Cost of Living in Paradise. Before you go daydreaming about fjords and cozy cabins, let's have a real talk about what it actually costs to live in this Nordic wonderland, because Norway is expensive. Like, seriously pricey. Start with the small stuff. A simple black coffee. That'll be about $5. A pint of beer. More like $12. Groceries can be a shock to the system, especially if you're buying anything imported. That avocado toast lifestyle? Prepare to go broke. Most Norwegians stick to hearty home-cooked meals. Think fresh fish, boiled potatoes, rye bread, and maybe a slice of brunost, that caramelized brown cheese they all weirdly love. Dining out is seen as a treat, not an everyday thing. A casual dinner can easily run you $30 to $50 per person. It's no wonder folks prefer their own kitchens. Now housing, also no joke. A one-bedroom apartment in central Oslo. Expect to shell out around $1,500 a month in rent. But, and this is a big but, Norwegians earn well. The average salary hovers around $70,000 annually, and most people spend a smaller portion of their income on housing than in many other Western nations. Yes, taxes are high, up to 38%. But that's the trade-off. In return, you get healthcare, education, public infrastructure, and a social safety net that actually works. So while the sticker prices might sting at first, many Norwegians will tell you it's worth every krone for the peace of mind. Bottom line, living in Norway isn't cheap, but it does come with serious value. Chapter 5. The Oil-Powered Green Machine, Economy and Sustainability. Norway's journey to becoming one of the world's wealthiest and most forward-thinking nations began not with tech or finance, but with oil. In the 1960s, the discovery of oil reserves in the North Sea changed everything. What was once a humble fishing nation suddenly struck black gold. But instead of blowing the cash on yachts and champagne, Norway made a bold, responsible move. It saved it. That's where the Government Pension Fund Global, aka the Oil Fund, comes in. This massive sovereign wealth fund was created to manage the country's oil profits for the long haul. As of 2025, the fund holds a jaw-dropping $1.5 trillion in assets, making it the largest sovereign wealth fund on the planet. The mission? To ensure that every Norwegian, both now and in the future, benefits from the nation's natural resources. But Norway's success story isn't just dripping in oil. The country is speeding toward a green future. Over 90% of its electricity comes from clean, renewable hydropower. Fossil fuels are quickly being pushed aside as the government throws its weight behind sustainability. A stunning 80% of all new cars sold are electric, driven by generous tax breaks, toll exemptions, and free public charging. Eco-friendliness is woven into everyday life. Recycling is taken so seriously it's practically a competitive sport. Even public transport is getting a makeover. Many city buses are now electric, helping keep the air clean and the carbon footprint low. Norway isn't just rich, it's smart, sustainable, and thinking far ahead. Chapter 6. The Knowledge Nation, Education and Innovation. Norway doesn't mess around when it comes to learning. Education is free and accessible to everyone, from toddlers in Barnhage, kindergarten, to adults seeking a second chance. The system is built to include, not exclude. University. Still free, even if you're not Norwegian. Schools emphasize not just academic learning but play, curiosity, and a connection to nature. And for adults, opportunities to reskill or upskill are widely available. But it doesn't end with the classroom. Norway's a research and innovation heavyweight. It has more researchers per capita than most countries and invests heavily in clean energy, sustainable fishing, and advanced tech. In 2023 alone, Innovation Norway poured over $850 million into grants and projects. The result? Cities like Oslo now lead the way in smart infrastructure. Think electric buses, smart waste systems, and energy-efficient housing. It's not just theory, it's happening now. Chapter 7. Health is Wealth. Norwegian Healthcare. Imagine a healthcare system where no one goes bankrupt over a broken arm. Your mental health matters just as much as your physical health, and even your kids are fully covered from the get-go. Sounds like a fantasy? Nope, it's just everyday life in Norway. In Norway, healthcare isn't a privilege. It's a guaranteed right. Every legal resident gets access to publicly funded, universal healthcare. Doctor visits are incredibly affordable, usually around $30. And here's the kicker. Once your annual out-of-pocket spending hits roughly $300, the rest of your care is entirely free for the rest of the year. That includes everything from specialist consultations to prescription medications. And for children under 16, they get completely free healthcare, no exceptions. Norway's hospitals are publicly owned, modern, and staffed by highly trained medical professionals. While the system isn't perfect, non-urgent procedures can have longer wait times. Emergency care is fast, efficient, and top-tier. You're not stuck in a crowded ER praying someone notices you. You're taken care of. Mental health is taken seriously, too. Therapy, crisis hotlines, and mental health education are widely available and actively promoted. Norway doesn't treat mental illness like an afterthought. It's woven into the system just like any physical condition. Preventive care is a major focus, with strong vaccination programs and regular screenings that help catch issues before they escalate. The results speak for themselves. Norway boasts an impressive average life expectancy of 83 years. In short, Norway's healthcare model is humane, smart, and seriously worth admiring. Chapter 8. Culture, Cabins, and Cheese. Let's not kid ourselves. Norwegians aren't just stoic Vikings with perfect work-life balance. They've got quirks, and honestly, they're delightful. Start with Hytter, the beloved countryside cabins scattered across Norway. These humble wooden retreats often lack electricity and running water, yet they're sacred spaces where Norwegians escape modern life. No Wi-Fi, no rush, just fireplaces, board games, and forest air. It's slow living, Norwegian style. Then there's Brunost, the infamous brown cheese. Imagine cheese crossed with sweet caramel fudge. Sounds weird. It is. But Norwegians love it, slathered on waffles, crisp bread, or eaten straight. And during Christmas, they bust out lutefisk, a gelatinous whitefish soaked in lye that divides households faster than politics. You either love it, or leave the room. Despite the odd culinary cravings, Norwegians are deeply proud of their culture. Language matters. They've got 2 official written forms, Bokmål and Nynorsk, and people get feisty about which one they use. Nature. It's practically a religion. Norwegians hike in pouring rain, ski under moonlight, and grill hot dogs in the snow like it's no big deal. Their lifestyle isn't flashy. It's grounded, simple, and full of subtle joy. That's the real Norwegian flex. So, what's the real Norway? It's a country of contrasts, wild landscapes and smart cities, ancient traditions and futuristic policies, solitude and community. A place where life isn't about having more, but about living better. Norway may not be for everyone. The winters are long, the prices are high, and the culture values modesty over flash. But if you're looking for a society that quietly excels at almost everything, this Nordic gem just might surprise you. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the world's most fascinating countries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next journey into the world's hidden stories.